The European Cricket League is proudly brought to you by Dream 11, HCL Software, La Junta de Andalucía, Paramatch and Norcane. And the official charity partner, Share the Meal by the United Nations World Food Programme.
It's Scott Simpson standing at the top of his mark, the left arm paceman, and he will be taking up the attack to Darji. Ball outside off stump, but he's gotten the outside edge. First delivery. Wonderful piece of bowling from Simpson, just in the channel on off stump. A flashing blade from Darji trying to hit through the offside. Easily taken by the wicketkeeper Elliot Corbell, and what a phenomenal start from the Old Victorians. Lovely length, timed well, and it slipped through the grasp of Jack Stevens.
We start a new over and Duckett gets driven through the gap in 4 runs. First boundary for Coker.
Simpson coming on for his second over. It's cut, and it's cut well behind point. Kuligalia. One's down the leg side, swung across, chance at a catch, and James Duckett rose with the ball well. Got 2 hands to it. Unfortunately, couldn't pouch the catch in the end, and Simpson. Fielders haven't supported him as much as he's deserved in these first 2 overs.
Probably deserves another.
The ball is hit. I don't think. Oh, that's been given by the umpire. I thought it might have been drifting down the leg side. Well, sure, we'll see a replay, but nothing less than Simpson has deserved. Second wicket for him, and great end to the power play for the Old Victorians. The Gamblers now 19 for 2. Got Edward Giles coming on for his first over. That's caught, and it's straight down the gullet of Matthew Webb. First ball the Galea faces from the new bowler, and the star man is sent back to the pavilion. Third wicket down for Gamblers.
And Gamblers SC lose a third. It's 19 for 3.
Just outside off stump. It's nicely struck, well fielded. Excellent stop on the boundary. Ensuring it wasn't a boundary. Giles finds that outside edge, but it evades the wicket keeper. Flying high on that day, and that ball's been struck over to the mid-wicket boundary. A couple of bounces, and despite the despairing dive out there from Charlie Brennan, a much-needed boundary for the Gamblers.
Anyway, wow, this is a flying delivery that's going to fly over point, and I think that's gone for 6. I'm prepared to call it Maximo. As Duckett comes on, he loses his feet.
Full ball from Duckett, and it's hit, I was about to say straight down the throat, but that might have swung slightly across the face of long off. Catch goes down, this the boundary.
Has a little bit of the old fade on it, this one, I think, and the fielder doesn't read it. And what's worse, goes for 4. That's 3. Fairly simple chances gone down so far. Now this one's in the air. Bermuda square will form. And Karambir gets a bit lucky and gets 1. The younger players impacting as well. Now this one is bombed straight, and Karambir, well, he can go Big Daddy. That one's over the sight screen. Maximo! And that one is large from Big Karambir Singh.
This should be competitive. Lifted, and it's going to hold up in the wind, and a very, very safe catch from Jonty Jenner. And after a bit of a fight back, 4th wicket down for the Gamblers, 52 on the board.
That's a good record here with the bat.
Full ball, struck nicely over the covered fielder's head. And that's a good start for Singh. His first boundary. 4 of his 1 delivery so far. He's gone for the wrist spinner, and it has been hit very high. Jenner's underneath it. He may have actually kept that ball in if he has. An outstanding piece of fielding. They're coming back for the extra run. An appeal at the top end, and umpire Tyrone will go to the video. This is going to be close.
And the higher it goes, let's have a look. Oh, it's going to be 6.
Foot on the line. Foot on the line, Vinny. So easy call for the umpires. Don't even have to go to the run out.
Yeah, exactly. So he's on the line. And, yeah, that's going to be 6 runs. Anyway.
Well, that ball's been hit over the cover. It might spin off the turf and go for a boundary. So this is turning into a costly over. That one's drilled straight down the ground. Sensational effort from Jenna once again, coming around from long on. Unfortunately, much like the Maximo a few balls ago, can't keep that in there. James Duckett coming on for his second over of spin. Hasn't started particularly well. Full ball on the leg side, and it's utterly pumped by Singh for a much-needed Maximo. Full ball, and it's hit nicely, and it's hit from Maximo. Singh taking the low full toss, managing to dispatch it. Duckett goes for 22 off his 2 overs, and the Gamblers just edging their way up to a competitive total here. 91 for 4, 2 overs to go.
Anyway, 2 to come, and it all happens in the 9th. There's number 9, Webb to bowl.
And that man, Currambia, on strike. Hasn't timed that shot well. And it's a good catch. It's Giles coming in from the long-off boundary. And a much-needed wicket just as the Gamblers had started to reassert themselves in this innings. And Currambia seeing he departs for 40, and the Gamblers 91 for 5.
Picked him up, and he has to go now. Good catch that time by Giles. We saw him just have a bit of difficulty with one earlier.
Final ball. 4-1, charges down the track and gets enough bat to take that over for a Maximo, backward of point, and the Gamblers with a much needed boost to their total. They reach triple figures, end of the 9th over. Full ball outside off stump, not the place to bowl with the fielding setup that he had, and Singh makes good connection.
Anyway, Narayan is going to face the last ball. Gamblers 108 plus this.
Oh, short of a length, swung hard. Fortunately, not great contact. So think about the second. They've changed their mind about 14 times, and as a result, throw comes in from mid-wicket.
Poor cricket from Ranjit. He had to be going for 2 there. What are you pausing for? You know, red ink doesn't matter in the wash-up, and it probably would have been out anyway. But he kind of leaves Simran high and dry, so he'll have to wear the dismissal. But Gamblers, they didn't always look like they were going to crack the 100 at one stage, but they're going to finish with I suppose a competitive but slightly underwhelming 109 off the 10 overs.
Junaid Khan, he will be a test for these two.
Let's get cracking. 110 for all Victorians to win in their first attempt.
Brennan punches out to point. Fielder sprints in, can't field clearly, and single to get things started. That one just swung wide of off stump, and Jenna times it beautifully. Lovely Maximo over cover.
Yeah, classy shot. He's fighting the natural movement, probably straight, to be honest, from Junaid.
Short the leg side, that's exactly what Brennan will swallow up. Lodge gets some more movement. Oh, it's fumbled down there. Junaid Khan, normally a very safe pair of hands. Another excellent delivery. Lodge too short, and Jenna swallows that hole. Heaved behind square for a Maximo, and after building up some pressure with those first 3 balls, that pressure valve's been released.
Yeah, maybe crosses the line. Cambodge, what's his plan now?
Goes back to his lane. Jenna tries to tickle it. Umpire's finger goes up, and that's due reward for what has been an excellent over from the Gamblers. Left arm paceman and the huge wicket of Jonty Jenner.
I got a feeling this is bat onto pad, and yeah, no problem there at all.
Excellent decision from umpire Joe Foster.
Yeah, because it actually made that paddy sort of sound, but it was actually the padding of the glove, I think. So Jenner, but he has to go as the first wicket down, and it's 21 for 1.
He might have a wicket here as Corbell popped it straight up to the safe hands of Mayank Darji. His day's gotten slightly better after a first ball dismissal at the commencement of this game. Gets the wicket, and second one down for the Old Victorians, 27 for 2.
Some good catches held in there as well.
Outside edge. Giles tries to give himself some room. Easy catch for Galea, and bringing Cambodge back for his second has worked. And all of a sudden, Old Victorians 30 for 3, and it's not a great start for them.
It's not, and it's the old premeditated back away as well.
Do well to survive these last few balls. Another decent delivery, not made great contact, and it's the 4th wicket down. And the Gamblers, they are not folding. Stevens has had a fairly ordinary start to his tournament, and Cambodge, he's had a great start, 3rd wicket. And Brennan lofts it, doesn't make amazing contact, but just carries the head of the fielder at long on. That's a huge turnaround. Short ball wide of off stump. He's finally made contact, and he's made good contact. Short ball, Brennan slaps it straight down the ground. It's good contact from the young man. Parker short of a length once again. Duckett showing that he quite likes that uppercut. A little bit of swing away, might be a feather edge, the finger goes up. Huge dismissal. If the old Victorians would have chased this target down, it was young Charlie Brennan who was going to be the man most likely. Massive wicket for Parkash, and after going for 6 first ball, he's come back with a couple of absolute seeds. That one's dragged over the leg side, could be a big moment. Safely taken catch, and that is the end of the skipper. It was a short of a length ball from Parkash, and just needed to pull it somewhat squarer. Unfortunately, heaped it straight down the throat of the man there at deep mid-wicket. And, well, the Devils number pop it up on screen, 66 for 6. Another one, similar length, pulled high. Oh, this one's put down. Well, I guess if you're going to drop one, probably better to catch the skipper. What off stump. That's gone flying for a much-needed Maximo. Classic tunes. It's not a classic shot, but it has gone for a Maximo.
Oh, okay.
Galashan just keeping this almost corpse alive for the old Victorians. 81 for 6. 18 required. Big swing. Should be a catching opportunity. And this time it is pouched. And Shada Rahman, who was pretty good with the ball earlier in this game, takes a nice catch, and that's the 7th wicket down for the old Victorians. Despite his best efforts. Fortunately, Rob Duckett probably needed to get a definer edge on that, send it flying over 3rd man. This one's gone. And that has tickled the leg stump, taking the bail off, and after a few crazy moments in this game, interesting way to finish things off, and ultimately a good conclusion for the boys from Portugal as the Gamblers Cricket Club win this first contest in Group C in a much-deserved win venue.